we're going to move on to this movie. Just keeps traction unbelievably. So we've been talking, and I say we, Kyle and I have been talking about this for ever since its debut. And just today, okay, yesterday it broke into the top 5. Today it has broken into the top 4 of all time grossing films. Think about that. That's an amazing, amazing achievement. So, what you have is you have three, or, three of the top 4 films of all time directed by James Cameron. And I know, guys, we keep harping on this, but this is something. There's something to be said about the success of this film, and I really believe this is one of the most underrated achievements of not only the year, but of all time. And I think that this really goes to show you what kind of um, staying power this has had. So this has, as it says, it's the 4th highest film of all time, just crossing one of the other ones. Okay, and yeah, so the only films in its way right now. This is an amazing achievement. So the only films in its way right now are Titanic, which, by the way, he directed. You have Endgame and Avatar. I don't think it will hit. I don't think it will hit Endgame. I just don't. But I do think it will hit. I do think it will hit Titanic, and so that's a huge achievement. So, as it stands today, this movie has made a little over $2 billion at the box office. It's grossed $1.466 overseas, and it's $608 million here domestic. 600. Think about this. One of the greatest MCU films of all time was Black Panther. That grossed $700 million, and there was only one. Well, now there's 2 films, but that first one was. So that just shows you, and this has only been out for 6 weeks. Now you say, well, most of it's overseas, international. Doesn't matter. The fact that it's overseas is even more of an achievement. And I think that you've got to take your hat off to James Cameron. And, as many of the people out there have said, never doubt the man. Because this guy is he's a juggernaut. He's an absolute juggernaut when it comes to making films and characters and everything else. And look, there is not enough superlatives out there to say what that man has done. And not only this film, but other films in itself. So, I mean, I think Kyle was actually going to see it for the 5th time today, and can tell us on Monday. Unbelievable film. He now has 3 of the top 4, not only highest grossing films, but directed films. What do you guys think about this? So what I want you to tell me how many times you've seen Avatar. Tell me why you've gone back to see it. Tell me, have you brought any new people to see it? And tell me if you think it's actually going to be able to hit Endgame. Because it's going to pass Titanic probably by the end of tomorrow. So, I'm dying to know your thoughts about it. And tell me, guys, in the comments, are you excited for Avatar 3? Because that comes out in 2024. And that's, so that's going to be fascinating to see. And tell me, do you think it's going to carry over? The success is going to carry over into the next film. I'd love to know all your thoughts about it. So leave me your thoughts down in the comments about that.